Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chionu. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to cut and sew this shirt top with a ruffle neckline design. And if that's something you're interested in, please keep on watching and let's get right into the video. In this video, I made use of about 1 yard of Ankara print and a leftover crepe I had. We'll also be needing our elastic thread, a regular thread, elastic, scissors, tape, and the chalk. I went ahead to cut out the measurement I'll be needing. As you can see, it's in a fold. To get the wideness of the top, I multiplied my bust measurement by 1.5 and then divided it by 4. I did the same thing to the waist as well because I want it a little snatched. And then for the length, I used 16 inches because I don't want my tummy to show. I went ahead to cut out another piece of the same measurement, one for the front and one for the back. Right now I'm folding the longer side with about 0.5 inches twice towards the wrong side of the fabric, and then I'm going to stitch it down on my sewing machine. And I would also be folding the lower part as well. This is what it's looking like after I was done stitching it down, and I also repeated the same thing for the other piece. Now it's time to mark the shirring lines. I'm going to be marking 0.5 inches on both sides of my fabric, as you can see me doing, and I'll go ahead to rule a straight line across each point. You can also decide to use 1 inch depending on how tall you want the shirt area to be. To begin sewing, firstly we are going to be hand winding the elastic thread onto the reeler or bobbin, not too loose and not too stretched. Then I would place it into my shuttle or bobbin case. Then I'll be using this tool. I don't know what it's called, but it came with my sewing machine. I'll be using it to loosen up the shuttle, as you can see in the video, just to reduce the tension when sewing, since it's not the regular thread we're using. So I'll be trying it out on a scrap fabric first to see how it sews. But it didn't come out as I expected. It was giving me loose stitches at the bottom. And then I decided to use another leg of sewing machine and it worked. So I'll be sewing along each of the lines I marked earlier, repeating it until I've covered all the lines. Smooth the fabric lightly with your hands as you go. This is what I have after I was done, and then I will go ahead to do the same thing to my other piece. So now I'm done with the two piece, so I went ahead to iron it with a steam iron, which will make it shrink a little and gather more. And then I'll go ahead to join the two sides together, right sides facing each other with about 0.5 inches. This is what it's looking like after I was done. You can choose to rock yours like this, but I decided to add a ruffle to the neckline, so I'll be working with a length of 65 inches and then I folded it into two, and the width is 9.5 inches. And then I'll be folding it again, and I'll mark 2 inches on the ends that are open. So from that mark I'm going to connect it down to the side, as you can see. So I'm going to be cutting that part off. Right now I'm going to be opening it up and stitching the sides with about 0.5 inches, as you can see, all the way to the other end of the fabric. This is what it's looking like after I was done stitching, and then I'll go ahead to turn it over to the right side using a safety pin. I went ahead to iron it, and the length of the elastic I'll be using is 21.5, as you can see on the screen, but I'll be cutting out 20.5 just so it's going to be firm on my neck. And I'll be passing it through the fabric, as you can see. This is what it should look like after you are done passing the elastic. And then I'll be folding it like this and stitching it down. I will repeat the same thing at the other end. For the finished look of this top, I created an opening on both sides, about 1.5 inches below the top, where I'll be attaching the ruffles. I'm just using my pin to secure it, and then I'll go ahead to close it up on my sewing machine. And so this is the final look of our shirred top or smoky top with a ruffled neckline design. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please drop a heart emoji in the comment section, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video.